Welcome back to the channel. Today we're counting down the top 4 Washington Quarter and Bicentennial Quarter coins that have amazed collectors with incredible selling prices. Some of these coins became valuable because of rare mint errors, silver composition, or exceptional condition. While most quarters are only worth 25 cents, a small number of rare examples have sold for thousands of dollars. Stay with us until the end to see if one of these valuable coins might already be in your collection. Let's get started. First up, the 1967 Washington Quarter with no mint mark. Many collectors search for this coin every day because certain examples in exceptional condition or with rare minting errors have sold for impressive amounts. But what makes this coin so special? Why does it have no mint mark? And how can one 1967 quarter be worth only 25 cents while another may sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Stay with us until the end because we'll explain the complete history, unique features, grading standards, valuable errors, and today's market prices for this fascinating United States coin. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin quickly became one of America's most recognizable circulating coins. By 1967, the United States was facing a nationwide coin shortage, largely because collectors were saving coins with mint marks, hoping they would become valuable. To discourage hoarding, the U.S. Mint made an unusual decision. From 1965 through 1967, all circulating coins, including quarters, were produced without mint marks regardless of where they were struck. As a result, every genuine 1967 Washington Quarter lacks a mint mark, making this feature completely normal rather than rare. The 1967 Washington Quarter is composed of a copper-nickel-clad construction rather than the 90% silver used before 1965. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge with 119 reeds. The obverse displays a left-facing portrait of George Washington along with the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date 1967. The reverse features a majestic eagle perched on a bundle of arrows surrounded by olive branches, symbolizing America's strength and desire for peace. Although millions of these coins were struck, only a tiny percentage remain in exceptional, brilliant, uncirculated condition. Today, one of the biggest misconceptions among new collectors is believing that every 1967 quarter without a mint mark is automatically rare. In reality, every genuine circulation strike quarter from 1967 was intentionally produced without a mint mark because of government policy during the coin shortage. Therefore, the absence of a mint mark alone does not create value. What truly determines rarity is the coin's preservation, eye appeal, strike quality, and the presence of unusual mint errors. Understanding this distinction can save collectors from unrealistic expectations, while helping them recognize genuinely valuable examples of brilliant uncirculated, often abbreviated as BU. 1967 Washington Quarter has never entered circulation and retains its original mint luster. The coin's surfaces appear bright and reflective, with minimal contact marks and no signs of wear on Washington's hair, cheek, or the eagle's feathers. High-grade examples certified by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC are much scarcer than circulated coins. Collectors are willing to pay significant premiums for coins graded MS66, MS67, or even higher because these pieces represent the finest survivors from an enormous original mintage. Several characteristics can dramatically increase the value of a 1967 Washington Quarter. Collectors look for exceptional luster, sharp details, strong strikes, beautiful natural toning, and surfaces free from scratches or discoloration. Coins with attractive rainbow toning or nearly flawless preservation often command much higher prices than ordinary examples. Professional certification further boosts confidence among buyers by verifying authenticity and assigning an accurate numerical grade, making premium quality coins especially desirable in today's collector market. The most exciting 1967 quarters are those featuring genuine mint errors. These include double die varieties, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, cud errors, struck-through errors, and dramatic misaligned dies. Such mistakes occurred during the minting process and are significantly rarer than standard coins. Depending on the severity and visual appeal of the error, collectors may pay anywhere from several $100s to several $1,000s for authenticated examples. Every unusual-looking 1967 quarter deserves careful examination before being spent or sold. Today's market value of a 1967 Washington quarter depends almost entirely on condition and rarity. Circulated examples usually sell for face value or slightly above. Brilliant uncirculated coins commonly sell between approximately $10 and $40. High-grade mint state examples graded MS66 may bring around $50 to over $150, while certified MS67 coins often sell for several $100s. Exceptionally preserved pieces with outstanding eye appeal or important mint errors have realized prices reaching into the thousands of dollars at major coin auctions. Actual sale prices vary with certification, demand, and auction competition over the years. Several top-quality 1967 Washington quarters have achieved remarkable auction results. Certified gems with nearly perfect surfaces have attracted strong bidding from advanced collectors seeking the finest known examples. Coins combining exceptional preservation with rare mint errors or extraordinary eye appeal have achieved prices well above ordinary market levels. These record sales demonstrate that condition and rarity, not simply the date, are the primary drivers of value in modern U.S. coin collecting. If you own a 1967 Washington quarter, begin by examining it under bright lighting with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for complete details in Washington's hair, crisp lettering, full reeded edges, and brilliant original mint luster. Inspect both sides for doubling, unusual die cracks, off-center strikes, clipped edges, or other mint-made abnormalities. Avoid cleaning the coin, since even gentle polishing can permanently reduce its collector value. If you believe your coin is exceptional, consider submitting it to a respected grading service for professional evaluation. The 1967 Washington quarter occupies a unique place in American coin history because it represents the final year of the temporary no-mint mark policy introduced during the coin shortage of the mid-1960s. It also belongs to the early clad coinage era following the removal of silver from circulating quarters. This historical significance, combined with the challenge of finding pristine examples, makes the coin a favorite among both beginner and advanced collectors. Many complete Washington quarter collections cannot be considered complete without a beautiful 1967 specimen. Many online videos and social media posts claim that every 1967 quarter without a mint mark is worth thousands of dollars. This is simply not accurate, since all genuine circulation strike 1967 quarters lack mint marks. That feature alone does not create rarity. High values are generally reserved for coins with outstanding grades, exceptional eye appeal, or authenticated mint errors. Understanding these facts helps collectors make informed decisions and avoid misleading claims while still appreciating the genuine potential of extraordinary examples. If you discover a high-quality 1967 Washington quarter, proper storage is essential. Place the coin in a protective holder or archival quality flip to prevent scratches, fingerprints, and environmental damage. Handle it only by the edges, avoid touching the surfaces, and store it in a cool, dry environment away from humidity. Proper preservation can help maintain the coin's condition and maximize its long-term collectible value, especially if you plan to have it professionally graded in the future. The market for collectible United States coins continues to attract collectors and investors from around the world. Although most 1967 Washington quarters remain worth only face value, exceptional, brilliant, uncirculated examples and authenticated error coins continue to command impressive premiums. Careful examination, professional grading, and patience can reveal hidden treasures that many people overlook. Every coin tells a story, and the 1967 Washington quarter remains one of the most interesting modern coins to search for because of its historical background and the possibility of discovering an outstanding example. So, could the 1967 Washington quarter with no mint mark in your collection be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? The answer depends on its condition, grade, originality, and whether it possesses a genuine mint error. While the vast majority are common circulation coins, the finest certified examples and rare error varieties have earned impressive prices in today's collector market. Next up, the fascinating story of the 1968 Washington quarter without a mint mark. At first glance, this coin appears to be just another everyday quarter that millions of Americans used for shopping, vending machines, and daily transactions. However, the world of coin collecting has shown that certain examples can become highly desirable, depending on their condition, rarity, and special characteristics. In this video, we'll uncover the history, unique features, possible errors, collector demand, and realistic market values of this famous United States coin, The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin quickly became one of America's most recognizable circulating coins. By 1968, the United States Mint had already transitioned away from silver quarters, replacing them with copper-nickel-clad coins beginning in 1965 due to rising silver prices. The 1968 quarter, therefore, represents one of the early years of modern clad coinage and remains an important issue in the Washington Quarter series. Many people believe that a missing mint mark automatically makes a coin rare, but that's not true for the 1968 Washington Quarter. In 1968, the Philadelphia Mint did not place a mint mark on quarters. Therefore, if your 1968 quarter has no mint mark, it was most likely produced in Philadelphia. Millions of these coins were struck, making ordinary circulated examples quite common. Nevertheless, collectors continue searching for exceptional pieces because condition and unusual minting errors can dramatically increase a coin's desirability. The obverse of the coin features the left-facing portrait of George Washington, along with the words Liberty, the motto In God We Trust, and the date 1968. On the reverse is a majestic bald eagle standing proudly with outstretched wings on a bundle of arrows surrounded by olive branches, symbolizing America's strength and desire for peace. The inscriptions United States of America, EPLURBUSUNUM, and the denomination quarter dollar complete the classic design that remained in use for decades. The 1968 Washington Quarter is made from a copper core covered by outer layers of copper and nickel. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and features a reeded edge with 119 reeds. These specifications help collectors identify authentic coins and distinguish them from altered or counterfeit pieces. Any significant difference in weight or appearance should be examined carefully by a professional grading service. Although the vast majority of 1968 Philadelphia quarters are common, collectors eagerly search for coins preserved in extraordinary condition. A coin that has never entered circulation and still displays its original mint luster can command a substantial premium over a worn example. Coins with exceptional eye appeal, strong strikes, and minimal contact marks are especially sought after by advanced collectors attempting to assemble high-grade Washington Quarter collections. Some of the most valuable 1968 quarters are those with genuine mint errors. These include dramatic off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, double strikes, die cracks, cud errors, and occasional double die varieties. Such mistakes occurred during the minting process and escaped quality control, making them fascinating collectibles. Certified examples of significant mint errors can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and visual impact of the error. Professional grading plays a major role in determining a coin's value. Organizations such as PCGS and NGC examine a coin's authenticity, preservation, strike quality, and surface condition before assigning an official grade. Higher grades, particularly mint state 66, 67 or better, are much scarcer than lower grades. Because collectors compete for the finest known examples, these top-quality coins often bring surprisingly high auction prices. Most circulated 1968 Washington quarters without a mint mark are worth about 25 cents to a few dollars. Attractive uncirculated examples may sell for $10 to $50, while superb certified mint state coins can sell for several $100s. Exceptional registry-quality specimens or genuine major mint errors have sometimes reached over $1,000 at auction. These high prices apply only to rare, certified examples, not to ordinary circulated coins. If you own a 1968 quarter without a mint mark, examine it carefully under bright lighting. Look for unusually sharp details, brilliant original luster, and any signs of unusual minting errors. Check whether the lettering appears doubled, whether the strike is centered correctly, and whether the coin has avoided heavy scratches or wear. If the coin appears exceptional, consider having it evaluated by a reputable grading service before selling it. The Washington Quarter series remains one of the most popular coin collections in the United States. Because millions of people collect these coins, demand remains steady for high-grade examples and interesting mint errors. Registry-set collectors often compete for the finest certified specimens, pushing auction prices higher for the very best examples. This ongoing collector interest helps preserve the market for outstanding 1968 quarters. Several important factors determine a coin's market value. These include the coin's grade, originality, eye appeal, rarity, certification status, and whether it contains any recognized mint errors or die varieties. A common coin in average condition may have very little premium, While an exceptional specimen with outstanding preservation or a dramatic mint error may become a prized collector's item, collectors buy and sell 1968 Washington quarters through coin dealers, coin shows, online marketplaces, and major numismatic auction houses. Before selling a potentially valuable coin, it is wise to compare recent auction results and obtain professional authentication. Certified coins generally attract more confidence from buyers and often achieve stronger prices than uncertified examples. The 1968 Washington quarter without a mint mark demonstrates that every coin has a story. While most examples remain common and inexpensive, a small number stand out because of extraordinary preservation or genuine minting errors. Those exceptional coins remind collectors why searching through pocket change, inherited collections, and old coin jars remains an exciting hobby. Every discovery adds another chapter to the history of American coinage. Thank you for watching today's video about the 1968 Washington quarter without a mint mark. If you own one of these coins, inspect it carefully because its condition and any authentic mint errors are the key factors that determine its value. While most examples are worth only a modest amount, certified high-grade coins and major error varieties can bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's collector market. Next up, the 1969 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary 25-cent coin that millions of Americans once carried in their pockets. However, some examples of this coin have become highly collectible, and depending on their condition, strike quality, and possible mint errors, they can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating history of the 1969 Washington quarter, its unique features, why some collectors are willing to pay premium prices, and how you can determine whether the coin in your collection could be far more valuable than its face value. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of President George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin quickly became one of America's most recognizable circulating coins. By 1969, the United States Mint was producing hundreds of millions of Washington quarters to meet the country's growing demand for coinage. The 1969 quarter belongs to the era after the U.S. Mint switched from 90% silver quarters to the modern copper-nickel-clad composition, a change that began in 1965 because of rising silver prices. Although the 1969 quarter is not made of silver, certain examples have become valuable because of their outstanding condition, scarcity in top grades, and fascinating mint errors. One of the biggest questions collectors ask is what it means when a 1969 Washington quarter has no mint mark. The answer is simple. In 1969, quarters struck at the Philadelphia Mint did not carry a mint mark. Therefore, a missing mint mark on a normal 1969 quarter is completely expected and does not automatically make the coin rare. However, because millions of these coins entered circulation, finding one today in exceptional uncirculated condition is much more difficult than many people realize. This is where the real collector value begins. The 1969 Washington quarter weighs approximately 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and consists of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The obverse features the famous portrait of George Washington facing left, while the reverse displays a majestic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows surrounded by olive branches. The edge of the coin is reeded with 119 reeds. These standard specifications help collectors identify genuine coins and detect unusual varieties or counterfeit pieces. Although most 1969 Philadelphia quarters are common in circulated grades, several unique characteristics can dramatically increase their value. Coins with exceptionally sharp strikes, brilliant original mint luster, attractive eye appeal, and minimal contact marks often command much higher prices than average examples. Collectors especially seek coins that have never entered circulation and still retain their original satin-like surfaces. Additionally, quarters displaying unusual mint errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, doubled dies, or other production anomalies can become highly desirable among error coin specialists. When discussing coin values, condition is the single most important factor. A worn 1969 no-mint mark quarter that has spent decades in circulation is usually worth only its face value or slightly more. However, coins graded Mint State 65, Mint State 66, Mint State 67, or higher by professional grading companies become increasingly scarce. Every improvement in preservation can significantly increase collector demand. This is why two coins from the same year can differ in value by hundreds or even thousands of dollars, simply because of their condition. Today's coin market shows that circulated 1969 no-mint mark quarters generally sell for around 25 cents to a few dollars. Attractive uncirculated examples may sell for $20 to over $100, while certified mint state coins can bring several $100s. Exceptional high-grade examples with outstanding eye appeal have realized prices reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars at major auctions. Rare mint-era varieties can also attract strong bidding from collectors who specialize in unusual United States coins. Individual sale prices vary depending on certification, rarity, demand, and overall quality. Collectors should carefully inspect every 1969 quarter for possible mint errors. Some of the most desirable include double die varieties, broad strikes, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die breaks, struck-through errors, and dramatic misalignments. Even though these errors are uncommon, they can transform an ordinary quarter into an exciting collectible. Because genuine mint errors are scarce, collectors are often willing to pay substantial premiums for authenticated examples in excellent condition. You might wonder why a coin with such a large mintage can still be valuable. The answer lies in survival. Most 1969 quarters entered circulation immediately and remained in daily use for years. As a result, the majority became scratched, worn, or damaged. Only a small percentage escaped circulation in pristine condition. Even fewer survived without fingerprints, cleaning, or environmental damage. This limited supply of top-quality examples creates strong competition among collectors seeking the finest certified specimens. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC evaluate coins based on preservation, strike, luster, and eye appeal. Certified coins receive a numerical grade from 1 to 70, giving buyers confidence in their authenticity and quality. A professionally graded mint state example often commands significantly higher prices than an ungraded coin because collectors trust independent certification. If you believe your 1969 quarter is exceptionally well preserved or displays an unusual error, professional grading may be worth considering. Auction records demonstrate how dramatically values can differ. Ordinary circulated examples remain inexpensive, but premium quality certified coins have achieved impressive results in competitive auctions. Exceptional mint state pieces with outstanding luster and minimal imperfections have sold for hundreds or even several $1,000s. These remarkable sales highlight how rarity, condition, and collector demand combine to determine a coin's true market value rather than simply its date. If you own a 1969 Washington quarter without a mint mark, begin by examining it under bright lighting using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look carefully for original mint luster, crisp details, sharp lettering, strong eagle feathers, and any signs of unusual doubling or striking errors. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning almost always reduces collector value. Even a small scratch or polished surface can significantly decrease what collectors are willing to pay. Successful coin collectors understand the importance of patience and careful research. Store valuable coins in protective holders, keep them away from moisture, and handle them only by the edges. Compare your coin with certified examples and study recent auction sales before deciding to sell. Learning more about grading standards and mint errors will help you recognize valuable coins that others might overlook. It is entirely possible that an old coin sitting in a drawer, piggy bank, or inherited collection could be worth much more than expected. While most 1969 no-mint mark quarters remain common, exceptional examples continue to attract serious collector interest. Every year, collectors discover coins with remarkable preservation or unusual mint errors that achieve surprisingly strong prices. Taking the time to inspect your coins carefully could lead to an exciting and rewarding discovery. Thank you for watching today's video about the 1969 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark. Remember that the absence of a mint mark on a 1969 quarter simply indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but outstanding condition, certified high grades, and genuine mint errors can make certain examples worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you have one of these quarters, inspect it carefully before spending it. You might be holding a valuable piece of American numismatic history. Next up, the 1976 Bicentennial Washington Quarter without a mint mark. Millions of people own this coin, but only a small number possess examples that collectors are willing to pay premium prices for. In this video, we'll uncover the fascinating history behind the Bicentennial Quarter, explain why it was created, reveal the unique features that make certain examples valuable, discuss what without a mint mark actually means, and explore today's collector market where exceptional coins, rare mint errors, and top-grade examples have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. the story of the 1976 Bicentennial Quarter began during America's preparations for celebrating the 200th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. Instead of producing ordinary quarters in 1975, the United States Mint decided to create a special commemorative design honoring the nation's bicentennial. Every quarter produced for both 1975 and 1976 carries the dual date, 1776-1976, making these coins instantly recognizable. This special issue marked one of the most significant redesigns in modern U.S. coinage and became a symbol of national pride, patriotism, and American history. One of the biggest questions collectors ask is what it means when a bicentennial quarter has no mint mark. A quarter without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During 1976, Philadelphia produced hundreds of millions of these coins, meaning that most examples without a mint mark are not automatically rare. However, collectors search for coins in extraordinary condition or those with unusual striking errors, because these are the pieces that can command significant premiums in today's coin market. On the front of the coin appears the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Surrounding Washington are the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the famous dual date 1776-1976. Unlike ordinary Washington quarters, this dual date immediately identifies the coin as a bicentennial issue. Collectors carefully inspect every detail of Washington's hair, the lettering, and the fields for sharpness and preservation. Because flawless surfaces can dramatically increase value, the reverse of the bicentennial quarter is what truly sets it apart. Instead of the traditional eagle, the coin features a colonial drummer designed by Jack L.R. A victory torch is surrounded by 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies. This patriotic design has become one of the most beloved images ever placed on a United States circulating coin. Its historical significance continues to attract collectors nearly 50 years after it was first introduced. Several unique features distinguish the 1976 Bicentennial Quarter from ordinary Washington quarters. The dual date 1776-1976, the colonial drummer reverse, patriotic symbolism, and limited commemorative design all contribute to its popularity. In addition, some examples display exceptional strike quality, brilliant original luster, or dramatic mint errors. These special characteristics can transform an otherwise common quarter into a highly collectible coin sought by advanced numismatists. The condition of a bicentennial quarter is often the single most important factor affecting value. Coins that circulated for decades usually show scratches, worn details, and dull surfaces, making them worth only face value or slightly more. In contrast, coins preserved in mint state with blazing luster, crisp details, and virtually no marks can receive very high professional grades. Such examples become much scarcer because very few survive in nearly perfect condition after decades of handling mint errors. Add another level of excitement for collectors. Off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, broad strikes, wrong planchet errors, die cracks, and dramatic misalignments are among the most valuable mistakes found on bicentennial quarters. Since these errors were produced accidentally during the minting process, they are far scarcer than ordinary coins. Depending on the type and severity of the error, collectors may pay hundreds or even several $1,000s for exceptional authenticated examples. Today's market values vary tremendously depending on condition and rarity. A circulated 1976 bicentennial quarter without a mint mark is generally worth only 25 cents to a few dollars. Attractive uncirculated examples may sell for several dollars or even tens of dollars. Certified coins receiving the highest mint state grades from professional grading companies can bring hundreds of dollars. Rare error coins or extraordinary high-grade survivors have achieved prices reaching into the thousands of dollars at auctions. Although such examples are genuinely scarce, collectors continue to admire the bicentennial quarter because it represents an important milestone in American history. It combines historical significance, patriotic symbolism, artistic beauty, and widespread public recognition. Many people remember receiving these coins in change during the bicentennial celebration, creating a strong sense of nostalgia. That emotional connection has helped maintain collector demand for decades and ensures the coin remains one of the most recognized commemorative circulating coins ever produced. If you own a 1976 quarter without a mint mark, inspect it carefully under good lighting. Look for sharp details, brilliant mint luster, minimal contact marks, and unusual striking characteristics. Examine both sides for doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, or other mint errors. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can permanently reduce collector value. If your coin appears exceptional or displays a significant error, professional authentication and grading may help determine its true market value over the years. Auction houses have recorded impressive sales for certified bicentennial quarters in elite grades and for spectacular mint-era examples. While ordinary Philadelphia coins remain common, the finest surviving examples are surprisingly difficult to locate. Competitive bidding among collectors seeking registry-quality coins has pushed prices into the hundreds, and in some exceptional cases involving top-grade or major-era coins, into the thousands of dollars. These remarkable sales continue to inspire collectors to search through pocket change and old coin collections. Proper storage plays a major role in preserving coin value. Experts recommend handling coins only by the edges and storing them in protective holders or archival quality flips. Avoid moisture, fingerprints, harsh chemicals, and abrasive cleaning methods. Coins that retain their original surfaces and natural luster are generally more desirable than cleaned or damaged examples. Preserving a coin correctly today may help it remain attractive to future collectors. Although millions of 1976 bicentennial quarters without mint marks were produced, not every coin is created equal. Most are common but exceptional mint-state examples, and genuine mint-era coins have captured the attention of collectors around the world. Their historical importance, unique bicentennial design, and occasional rarity continue to make them one of the most searched-for modern American coins. The possibility of discovering an outstanding example keeps the excitement of coin collecting alive for beginners and experienced collectors alike. Before you spend your next quarter, take a closer look. That ordinary-looking 1976 bicentennial quarter without a mint mark could simply be everyday pocket change. Or if it possesses extraordinary preservation or a genuine mint era, it could be a collectible worth far more than its face value. Thanks for watching.